Sound check. Hey guys. Welcome to Plants vs. Zombies. I am going to be doing all the survival levels. I figured this would be a lot more fun than the campaign because we all know what this game is anyway. But the survival ones have more spice and they're fun. So, I hope y'all are doing very well today. If not, then I am sorry to hear that. I figured I would just play piano live and maybe talk sometimes. I think I'm going to be messing around in the key of A major. I think that's what it is. But I'm going to kind of be playing my song called The Concert Master. But it's going to be kind of different because, again, I'm just going to be messing around in the key that it's in. But I hope y'all enjoy, and yeah. I started writing this song when I was about 14, I think, or 13. It was a very important time in my life because I really started to realize how much I loved music. And at the time, I was also in orchestra. I started playing violin when I was 10, although I haven't really played it much for a while, which I'm very angry at myself about. However, thankfully, I have really dived into piano and guitar, but that's beside the point. I started playing violin when I was 10. I fell in love with it. Started playing piano when I was 12. So around 2 years later, it sounded nothing like it does now, but I started to write this song. And I named it The Concert Master because I realized, and this is still a goal of mine, but I also don't think it's actually going to happen anymore. So it's more of a dream than a goal nowadays. But I had this thing of like, ooh, one day I'm going to be the concert master of the orchestra. If you don't know what that is, if I'm correct, typically the violinist. I've only seen violins be concert masters. I think I saw a cellist be it once. English? But I could be wrong. That is when, if you watch a orchestral, I'm so sorry, I'm annoying and can't talk. If you see an orchestral performance before they play, typically the violinist all the way to the left, typically closest to the edge of the stage, will stand up and go, or no, they'll go meh for a while, and then everyone else goes oh, 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 oh. That is because they're tuning. Because if you're out of tune, you're gonna sound bad. So, yes, that is the concert master, and they typically have the solos, and they're kind of like they're like the conductor's right-hand person to an extent. And so I wrote the song because I was like, dang, I feel like it encapsulated the emotions I was experiencing of falling in love with music, admiring the concert master, and being like, wow, they are absolutely incredible. I want to be that someday. But also the mixture of, I could never be that. I will never be that. So, let's continue. Okay, so I was trying to change the transpose, which is kind of like the tuning of the keyboard, and I accidentally changed the sound, but I said, oh my gosh, you know what? What if I just play this in my favorite sound combination, which is, well, one of them, which is the saw synth and the strings. So that's what we're gonna do. Sorry. Here comes my favorite part. Whoa, hold on. That right there. I don't know how I want the song to continue. I was kind of noodling toward the end there, but I do know that I want the song to end like this. I know that. I just don't know how to get there. But that's okay! Imagine the symphonies that we could write if we could hear all octaves of sound. Far lower than we can right now, and way higher. Wouldn't that be something? Whoo! Sheesh! But also, we typically write music in, like, you know, at least in the Western world, we, you know, write it with, like, the notes that we have. No, shoot. But you know what I mean? Like, for example, these notes right here. You know, like, that's what we do. That's what we have right there. It just repeats itself. That was not right. That riff was like so this little thing here. That was, I guess I kind of consider that in many ways like my first song. But the issue is countless songs use that anyway. Do you know how many freaking ads on YouTube I've just been laying there, being like, "Oh God, I exist," and then the freaking ads come on, and I hear this. Let me change the sound so you really get a gist of the experience. Let's do. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm sitting there, I'm laying there, and then I hear, ooh. And then the music, and then the person talking is like, "Do you have issues? Take this medicine. This medicine has many side effects, including worsening your already existing symptoms. Cause you're a little you-know-what. Call this number. Call this number right now and give us all your money. Please, I need it. I need all of your money." Thank you. And then I was like, those hoes wrote the same thing I wrote. Oh my God. But I get over it. And do you know why that happens so much? Do you know why so many times we're like, "Oh, I've heard this song before, but it was written by someone else"? You want to know why? It's because of this. Because that is the canvas in which we write all music. It's a very small canvas. And then we get the canvases equally as large. And then we put it right next to the other canvas. And then we're like, ha ha ha, music. And that's fine. We just have to think on how to go about these darn canvases. Okay? Let's change the sound. I want something ethereal. Bear with me. Oh, would you call this ethereal? I don't know if we're in A major anymore. How about some drums? Ew! Ew, 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 ew. We need different kinds of drums. Ooh, wee. The video is ending. Goodbye. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.